Hello, my name is Ken. In this video, I'll explain how Autosubmit and partial page refresh functionality is used with autocomplete rules. You may want to trigger an autocomplete rule when the field value is updated on the underlying business object, but many fields in the responsive pages aren't instantly updated on the underlying business object for performance reasons. Since autocomplete rules works on the data model layer, the tool can't detect a change of value in the field until the business object receives the value from the UI. Because of this, you need to configure the auto-submit and partial page refresh properties for efficient functioning of the field modification and field validation rule types. Let's say you want to use the person type field for either field validation or defaulting. The autocomplete rule won't trigger until the field's value is updated in the business object. And if you're using that field to default other values, you won't see those defaulted values in the UI until they are refreshed from the data model. This is how you can refresh the data model. If you're using a field in a field modification rule or a field validation rule, then you want to set the auto-submit property on the field so that the value is updated in the underlying business object in the data model when the user tabs out of the field. And then for a field modification rule, to see the defaulted values in the UI, you need to set the partial page refresh property on the defaulted fields so they are refreshed from the data model. You can set the Page Composer tool to set either of these properties. You can learn more about Page Composer on the Oracle Help Center in the Configuring and Extending Applications Guide. Using Page Composer, you access the component properties of the individual fields. For the field that you want to update in the business object, you select Auto Submit in the component properties. For the field that you want to default, you set the partial trigger property to the component ID of the field that will trigger for the data refresh. In this example, that would be the person type field. You don't need to set the partial page refresh property if you're using the rule to show a warning message. The detailed steps for setting the auto submit and partial page refresh properties are in the Implementing Autocomplete guide available on Oracle Help Center. This concludes the explanation of how auto-submit and partial page refresh functionality is used with autocomplete rules. Thanks for watching.